Hello everyone, this is Utahraptor here, and today we'll be continuing the Dinovember challenge. I'm still continuing this with the list by Puko on Instagram, so be sure to check him out. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, be sure to check that one out first before watching this video. Today we'll be doing 7 dinosaurs in the Dinovember challenge. Hope you guys will enjoy this, so let's get started. The first dinosaur for this week is the Liopleurodon. And before you say anything, yes, I know Liopleurodon is not a dinosaur. And yeah, they're not. They are a part of a reptile group that lived alongside the dinosaurs called marine reptiles. The name Liopleurodon means smooth-sided tooth, and they belong to a group of marine reptiles called the Pliosaurid, a group that belongs to the Plesiosaur family but are known for having short necks and large heads. Liopleurodons lived 155 million years ago in the Jurassic period and was the apex predator of the sea that once covered Europe. Liopleurodon caught the world's attention when it was featured in a BBC documentary called Walking with Dinosaurs and was shown to be a giant marine predator measuring up to 66 feet long. However, the size was exaggerated due to them only finding fragments of the fossils. But when they found the complete skeleton of it, it was actually only 23 feet long. Many people think this made the creature less intimidating, but size does not matter.
That's what she said. He 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 he.
Shut up. Anyways, even though the size was nerfed down, it was still the apex predator of the Jurassic seas and probably hunted in groups. So for my Liopleurodon, I gave it patterns similar to the Walking with Dinosaurs version as a tribute to the show, but I changed it to blue to match the ocean colors, and of course made it to the size similar to the real animal. So here is my Liopleurodon. The next one on the list is Diabloceratops. Diabloceratops was a member of the famous ceratopsid dinosaurs, which is the same family as Triceratops, and lived what is now Utah in the United States, 81 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Their name translates to devil horned faced. They get their name from the two large horns located at the top of their frills, giving them a kind of devil-like appearance. Though despite their name sounding quite intimidating, they are herbivorous, and the horns are often used as display to attract females during mating season or used as defense against their predators. They measure up to 15 feet long and is a medium-sized ceratopsid. They lived in herds, and fossil evidence shows that these creatures prefer to live near lakes, floodplains, and east-flowing rivers, as they will have easy access to water-growing plants. So for my Diabloceratops, I had to look up at fossil reference to know what its head looks like, and I gave it a bit of a bulky body. Then for the coloring, I gave his head a red coloring along with a black body to help give this dinosaur a fearsome appearance. I also got the idea from all of the concept creatures from Peter Jackson's film King Kong called a Diablosaurus. They both have Diablo in their names, so I thought it would fit and be a nice homage to the 2005 film. So anyways, here is my Diabloceratops. The next dinosaur is one of my favorites, the Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus is a member of the sauropod family, the largest land animal to have ever walked the earth. They lived in what is now North America during the late Jurassic period, about 154 to 150 million years ago. The name translates to armed lizard because of their front limbs being taller than their back legs. They can measure up to 72 feet long, stand up to be 42 feet tall, and can weigh up to a whopping 99,000 pounds. That is as much as 20 African elephants. The Brachiosaurus is very well known due to their popular appearance in TV shows and movies such as Jurassic Park. However, Jurassic Park's Brachiosaurus was quite different compared to the real animal. The bumps on their head is slender, and the nostrils is not located at the top of their head like previously thought, but at the end of their snout, like other animals. And they have unique feet and not elephant-like, and they could have had more coloring on their skin. Now, I was very excited to do this because Brachiosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, because when watching Jurassic Park for the first time, and when the character saw the Brachiosaurus, I was also in awe of how big and majestic it was, and it continued being my favorite dinosaur ever since, so I wanted to do it justice. And of course, I did it based on scientific accuracies, and I'm very happy with how it came out. So, here is my Brachiosaurus. The next dinosaur is another one of my favorites, the Carnotaurus. The Carnotaurus was a lightly built bipedal predator measuring up to 26 feet long and can weigh up to 4,000 pounds. They are very well known for having two large horns above their eyebrows, which give them their name, meaning meat-eating bull. They also have incredibly small arms that will make a T-Rex arm look large in comparison. And they have long, slender legs that help give this predator great speed, and was possibly one of the fastest large theropods ever known. They lived in South America during the late Cretaceous period, probably sometime between 71 and 69 million years ago. Carnotaurus is another one of my favorites, and I'm glad that they are now getting popularity equivalent to that of the T-Rex. I started liking this carnivore when I watched the Disney's Dinosaur, a film that came out in 2000, which featured a Carnotaurus, and I liked how it looked with its devil-like horns and a harsh red coloring. And I'm glad that it gained more popularity when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out and it featured a Carnotaurus in it. So for mine, I gave it the same harsh red coloring from the Disney's movie and some dark patterns to give it a more devil-like look. And of course, the body proportions are according to the real animal. So here is my Carnotaurus. The next creature on our list is another non-dinosaur reptile, the Hatzegopteryx. The Hatzegopteryx is a genus of large Utahraptor, the largest group of pterosaurs and known for having a tall stature with long necks and large wings. They lived in Romania during the late Cretaceous period at about 66 million years ago. They can stand up to be 18 feet tall and have a wingspan of 40 feet. They are one of the largest creatures to have ever flown. They've flown across the scattered islands of Romania and hunt down dinosaurs. The dinosaurs they hunt are small compared to their larger cousins due to a natural phenomenon called island dwarfism, which is when the relatives of a species shrunk down due to the island's limited resources. So the dinosaurs that lived in the scattered Romanian islands are small and become prey to the Hatzegopteryx, as Hatzegopteryx are the apex predators of the islands. Now Hatzegopteryx has gotten very popular due to its appearance in a documentary called Prehistoric Planet, voiced by the great David Attenborough, and they portrayed the flying giants beautifully. When drawing this, I was debating whether or not to have my Hatzegopteryx flying or walking, but then I decided to make it a standing position and not flying, since Utahraptor pterosaurs are very well known for spending most of their time walking and only flying when going to different islands. I also gave it colors and patterns similar to the Prehistoric Planet's Hatzegopteryx, and I'm very happy with how it came out, so here is my Hatzegopteryx. The next dinosaur is one who gives Edward Scissorhand a run for his money, the Therizinosaurus. The Therizinosaurus is a large member of the Therizinosaurus family that lived in Asia, during the late Cretaceous period in what is now Mongolia around 70 million years ago. When fossils of Therizinosaurus was found in 1948, they only found a giant claw that measured up to 3 feet long, but during that, it was thought to be a rib of a giant turtle. They then later found out it was a claw and that it belonged to the arms bigger than a full-grown man. It was then given the name Therizinosaurus, or the scythe lizard. They then found out that this dinosaur was a member of the theropod family, the group that consists of all the carnivorous dinosaurs like T-Rex and Velociraptor. Therefore, they thought that this claw belonged to a giant carnivore that slashes down their prey with its massive claw. As time went on, they found a full skeleton of Therizinosaurus, and it turned out it was not a carnivore. It was in fact an herbivore, and that it uses its claws to grab onto plants to eat it, and even uses it as defense against predators. For my Therizinosaurus, I knew it was a feathered dinosaur, so I gave it a full feathering as well as a large feathery tail, since that is what an up-to-date Therizinosaurus was like. And I'm not even exaggerating with its claws are huge, and luckily it's not a predator, but a vegetarian. So here is my Therizinosaurus. Now for our final dinosaur for this week, we are doing Omniraptor. Now I know what all of you are asking, what is an Omniraptor? Well, turns out Omniraptor is a fictional dinosaur that is featured in a dinosaur game called The Isle, and it turns out it was based on a Utahraptor. So for this one, I just went with a Utahraptor design and of course based it on scientific accuracies. So I'll be talking about Utahraptor since that is what Omniraptor is based on. So Utahraptor was a large dromaeosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous period from around 135 to 130 million years ago in what is now Utah, which is how it got its name, Utah's thief. It was a heavily built ground-dwelling bipedal carnivore that measures up to 18 feet long and can weigh up to over 600 pounds. It was an aggressive predator that hunted in groups and normally hunts ankylosaurs or iguanodons. Their large sickle-like claw at their toes allows them to slice through flesh, as well as a jaw full of sharp serrated teeth to bite through their prey's jugulars. Now, the Isle's Omniraptors show the same body structure as Utahraptors, except for featherings. So for my Omniraptor, or Utahraptor, I gave it a full feathering since the real animal does have feathers, and I gave it the same coloring and pattern as the one from the Isle, and I'm very happy with how it came out. It may not be exactly the same as the one in the game, but I always like to make my dinosaur as accurate as possible. So here is my Omniraptor, or Utahraptor, whatever you prefer. And that is all for this week's Dinovember. This took even longer to make, not just the drawing, but the script as well. But I hope you enjoyed it. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as I now post the dinosaurs of Dinovember every day, and to also see last year's Dinovember too. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and let me know which of these dinosaurs is your favorite in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. My name is Utahraptor, and have a Jurassic day.